Your original hometown dealer, Saida, Trudeau Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram.
You know, I've been in office as Nevada State Controller for a few weeks now. A lot of the time's been spent getting to know our team, getting to know obviously the more pressing challenges that the office is dealing with. But so far everything's gone smoothly. I've been really impressed by the dedication, the commitment of the people that we have worked in the State Controller's office, and looking forward to accomplishing some really good things for our state. First, just a little bit of a brief overview of what the State Controller's office does. It's one of the lower profile statewide offices in the state, but we basically manage the accounting system. The controller serves as the state's chief fiscal officer, and we manage vendor services and debt collection, a few other things. What I'm really looking to bring to this office is to increase transparency in government spending. You know, we have a lot of I would say really big challenges facing our state right now, and we know that a lot of people are struggling, particularly when it comes to inflation and the cost of living. And I think more important now than any other time is that taxpayers in Nevada be able to know that government is spending their taxpayer dollars wisely. And I think Nevada for a long time has really suffered from a lack of transparency. A lot of people really don't know what the state is doing with public funds. And what the controller can do, and I think in a unique way, is to bring more oversight, bring more transparency and accountability to what's happening with state spending. And that's going to be a big priority for me in this office. And I know that the governor in his State of the State address was very clear in the importance of making sure that we're not spending more money than we have. He really led with that message of fiscal responsibility, and I think he's to be commended for that. And as a state controller, certainly that's going to be one of my priorities as well. The controller doesn't have a say in how and where the money is spent, but what we can do is bring exposure to it. And if there is waste and abuse and fraud within state spending, we can root that out and we can expose it. And I think that's going to be a very valuable contribution to the public debate here in Nevada. We have these conversations about should we raise taxes, does the government have enough money coming in, but absent transparency, it's really difficult to have an informed conversation. So as we look to chart this course forward that is rooted in fiscal responsibility and making sure that government isn't spending more money than it should, our office has a key role to play because we really can open those books and make sure that voters and citizens know what's going on. We've got some front burner challenges that we're sort of waiting for us when we got there, and we're the most important thing we can do as the State Controller's office is to make sure that everything's running on time. We're responsible for paying the bills and dealing with payroll and managing some of the day-to-day financial operations of the state, and we've got to make sure that all of the tools are in place to do that effectively, and that's our number one priority right now, and making sure that everything is going smoothly in that regard. But as time goes on, we will have an opportunity to dig a little bit deeper. One of the things I really want to do is put information on state spending online. You shouldn't have to file a public records request to find out what a state agency is spending. You shouldn't have to call up an elected official and say, how do I get through the maze of bureaucracy to get information on government financing? We ought to proactively, as a state, make that information available. And one of our big priorities is going to be, making sure that we get that information online in an easy-to-use format. Can't get a whole lot into the details now because a lot of it's coming together, but the early signs are that we're getting the support we need to make that happen, and I look forward to being able to announce some good news on that soon.
Wow.
They can go to the state's website, and all the state controller's office information is available there. And if people want to contact me directly, they can actually go to my website, which is andyfornevada.com. That's Andy, F-O-R spelled out, Nevada.com, and all my contact information is on there, and I certainly encourage people to reach out.